Welcome to The Life of Hair. My name's James Atkinson and thank you for joining me for this week's video. Now this week's video is not a huge tutorial, it's a bit of fun really. It's looking at different ways that you can do crazy colours on your clients without doing a scalp bleach. Quite often when we see these vivid colours, they're all applied to really rigorous scalp bleaching techniques. But in this video today, I wanted to show you a little technique just using foils and then applying a vivid fantasy colour over the top. I faded one blue, deep blue colour in at the roots into a slightly lighter blue through the ends, just to create a lovely bit of contrast between the two. But the main element of this is just to demonstrate that we don't always have to go in with a full-blown scalp bleaching technique to get beautifully vivid results. And the big bonus to this as well from the client's perspective is if they want to do vivid colours, they don't always have to have a scalp bleach, and the regrowth is fantastic. It doesn't grow out anywhere near as bad as a scalp bleach does. So let's show you the video. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, give me that thumbs up, but most of all leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought of the technique. If you enjoyed it, great. If you didn't, let me know. And but I really also want to hear from you guys techniques that you want to see me do. Lots of you have been requesting techniques, which is amazing, and I'm definitely getting through the list. The list is pretty extensive at the moment, so it won't be in the next week or month or whatever. It will probably be a couple of months from now. And also on Wednesdays, I've started to post videos about events, a few vloggy things, a couple of videos about my opinion on different things in the industry. So check out those on a Wednesday and let me know if you like them. I really want to know if you guys are enjoying those, and you know, if that's the sort of content you want to see me bring. I really wanted to give you a diverse perspective of the industry, and I hope this is going to be my way of doing it for you. So enjoy the video, and I will see you again next Sunday for another episode of The Life of Hair.
We are looking at a very simple way of creating a beautiful fashion orientated colour using highlights rather than a full scalp bleach. Now I've started on the side here just so that we don't have to see me put in hundreds and hundreds of foils. Well, in fact, I'm not actually putting in hundreds and hundreds of foils. This technique is extremely simple. We have got about 7mm sections in between each of our foils, and the section that I'm taking is super fine, as you just saw. I'm also using horizontal slices. This gives me maximum coverage because horizontal sections cover the most amount of hair, and a slice is also the maximum amount of coverage. So it is a very effective technique. Now, you might have seen something just then that looked remarkably like a slice, remarkably like a weave, but it was more the fact that I'm creating an uneven slice rather than something that is consistently the same. Onto the other side now, and we are simply just working our way up the head, keeping our sections between 5 and 7mm apart, and working in that horizontal formation with a squiggly slice. We simply work all the way up to the center parting of the head, and we don't have to worry about where the parting falls naturally. The secret to this technique though, guys, is those super fine sections. It is of absolute paramount importance that we keep those sections nice and fine. a good gauge is that if we put a newspaper or a magazine underneath that section, we would still be able to read the newspaper. When I'm teaching my classes and people do very fine weaves, or what they feel is a very fine weave, once I've demonstrated it or I've asked them to do it, it's never ever as fine as it could be. So go fine and then split that in half if you can. And that is the sort of thickness that I am talking about in this video. And there we have it, all finished, working horizontally up the head. Started on the occipital bone in the back, worked my way up to the crown and then up the sides. Left it to process for 30 minutes. It's naturally fairly light and we've got a beautifully clean result. This hair has only ever been highlighted, and in the past she has had various colours, but in this instant today we're going to do a dark blue shadow root, and then we're going to pastelize or dilute the ends by about 50%, and then we're going to run that through. And we're going to use exactly the same principle as from my root stretching video that you can find on my playlists, and that will give you the exact formula to create a beautiful root stretch. But one of the main things is that you get the darkest colour down to the occipital bone and down to the parietal ridge on the side of the head. But like I said, if you want to know more about that, then do head over to my channel, click on the playlists, and then it will be in the how-to section, how to colour. So there is our finished result. The hair is damp. I'm now going to pre-tone. This is Redken's Colour Extend Blonde range, purple shampoo. I'm using this as a pre-tone. So for those of you that are watching and having a freak out about how much I've used, it's very important to pre-tone, and that is a great way of doing it because the yellow that the hair naturally is exposed by lifting can create a greeny blue effect if we don't get rid of it to start with. And there we have the finished result, a beautiful electric blue with her natural colour playing a part in this overall picture as well. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about this technique, is that it really creates a beautiful multi-dimensional feel to the hair. I've been James Atkinson, this is The Life of Hair. If you've enjoyed this, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button and share it with your friends.